My problem with motivation is it has no longevity to it. And you seem
Right.
like a person that gets motivated by people like Ed and I and others, but inspiration lasts forever. David, this is Dave Meltzer. How are you?
Oh my goodness, it's really great to get this call, David.
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you for taking the time. But we are live, and I want to get your question and see if I can't be of help or service to you. What question, if you don't mind repeating, do you have for me?
How do people really drill down into identifying their gift, their purpose, their what it is they're supposed to be doing? Any advice you have on that, and then how do you get going? How do you get traction?
Yeah, so number one, I don't believe in work. I believe in activity you get paid for and activity you don't get paid for. I believe that everybody already knows their why, and that why is to help other people. But
Right?
figuring out our what is really the most difficult thing. And
Yeah.
what and how we do that, I have a formula that I utilize that can accelerate you finding that passion, that purpose, as well as the prosperity that comes along with that. Those lucky
Yeah.
few that people look at and say, wow, he has everything. And I think it's just created by a habit. And that habit's very simply one that's driven by the four values that I teach: gratitude, forgiveness, accountability, and inspiration, but guided by, most importantly, the ability to learn to love what you are currently doing. When you create a habit of learning to love what you're currently doing, not voting for other things, not voting for what other people want for you, but learning to love what you do, and also finding the light in everything that you do, activity you get paid for and activity you don't get paid for. The universe
Okay.
responds, the activity responds with more and more opportunity. And as you change your mindset and you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. You're able to now find things before through perspective, mostly gained by that gratitude, forgiveness, accountability, and inspiration, that existed at all times, but you couldn't see them before. And as your awareness rises, and as your attention and intention, the activities and desires and knowledge and skills all aggregate into the coincidences that you want in your life. And I find the best way to accelerate towards the trajectory or towards what you
Yeah.
want is to look, number one, within, but look with what you already have, finding the
Yeah.
light in what you have, and then that perspective is then brought upon other opportunities that are existing all around you, and pretty soon you're in an entirely different mindset, which puts you into an entirely different space. Does that
Right.
sound fair to you?
Yeah. It sounds, inevitably when somebody has this kind of a conversation, I listen to a lot of people, right? I listen to you a lot. I listen to Ed Milet. I listen to a lot of different people talking about this subject matter, and it always kind of makes sense. But once they're not there, you kind of, I think I maybe tend to think too hard,
Yeah.
right? I want to get from where I am, and I think I've got to kind of not necessarily reinvent the wheel, but I mean,
Here's
um,
what I suggest is, and I think a lot of people, there's a difference between motivation, and I know a lot of people will reach out to me and say, oh my God, I'm actually on the TV show, World's Greatest Motivators, right? Bob Proctor
yeah,
last week, Les Brown this week, I'll be the week after. My problem with motivation is it has no longevity to it. And you seem
right,
like a person that gets motivated by people like Ed and I and others, but inspiration last forever, right? To be in
right,
spirit, to clear that connection. So one of the tricks that I have for people that, align with me now, get motivated, get off the phone, feel much better about themselves, is that the first step is to lower the bar. What I want you to do for me, and we're going to effectuate a whole new change in your life, is instead of putting a big picture in front of you, just lower the bar to something
yeah,
that you know you can do every day. So if it's even just, you know what, Dave told me to lower the bar, I'm going to spend a minimum of 30 seconds a day focusing in on finding the light in what I do, activity I get paid for. So I'm going to spend a minimum of 30 seconds a day just concentrating, putting my attention and intention, the desires, skills, activities that I'm going to do during the day, just 30 seconds a day, and see if I can do that every day for 30 straight days. Watch what happens. You'll stop being motivated and you'll start being inspired.
Right.
All right.
Okay, that sounds cool. Yeah, that's really great stuff, Dave.
All right, Dave. Well, you keep in touch with me. I'm more than happy to help. I really appreciate you reaching out and giving me that question. I know a lot of people are sitting in the same space that you are. So thank you. You really have been a great help, not only to me, but to the entire community that we have. So thank you.
Yeah, I'm grateful to you too, Dave. This is fantastic to get this opportunity. So have fun, guys.
All right.
Be good.
Thank you.
Take care.
Awesome.
Bye-bye.
Cool.